You'd watch Grandma peeling those gnarly, dirt-caked roots, parsnips and celeriacs so ugly your 1950s generation couldn't identify them at the market, yet she'd transform them into golden cream studded with bacon and thyme. On chilly nights, we fill the pot with parsnips, she'd say. Wielding vegetables your friends had never even seen. Winter treasures considered essential by her generation. Today's perfect produce can't match that ugly root wisdom, when grandmothers knew which twisted, homely vegetables survived frost and rewarded patience. The sweet, earthy flavors modern palates abandoned for normal carrots and potatoes, dismissing centuries of cold weather knowledge as old-fashioned.
You'd hear the train whistle on Christmas Eve, bringing those precious barrels of oysters packed in ice and seaweed, 2 weeks from the coast to your landlocked town. That rich butter melting into hot milk, oysters curling at the edges just right. Back in 1909, oysters cost half the price of beef, making this humble stew the centerpiece of every Irish Catholic table before midnight mass. Today's year-round oysters can't match that December magic, when those briny mollusks meant winter had officially arrived. Grandpa Ward hauling that bucket through the Iowa snow, Grandma transforming it into liquid gold with just cream and pepper. That sacred ritual where seafood announced Christmas was here has disappeared completely. You'd smell that calf's head simmering overnight, its gelatinous richness filling the Victorian kitchen with steam that clung to every surface. Campbell's sold this delicacy until 1960, and Andy Warhol himself declared it his favorite soup in a 1962 interview. Those brain balls floating in the broth, that texture mimicking actual turtle meat, pure culinary ingenuity born from near extinction. Today's sanitized soups can't match that nose-to-tail boldness when a 5-pound calf's head fed an entire Christmas dinner party. Your grandmother carefully separating tongue from cheek meat, transforming humble offal into elegant Victorian sophistication. That fearless tradition where nothing went to waste and everything became luxury has vanished completely. You'd watch it wobble perfectly on the Christmas table, that star-shaped mold trembling with every footstep, soup you actually chewed instead of sipped. Back in the early 1950s, when refrigerators cost a fortune, serving gelatin proved you'd made it. Campbell's printed aspic recipes right on their labels, and your mother's flawless unmolding became her annual moment of triumph. Today's liquid soups can't match that post-war elegance when technology and order ruled the holiday table. That jiggly, translucent creation catching light like amber, tasting like a cold Bloody Mary. One guest admitted she'd never have ordered it if she'd known, but loved every bite. That shimmering tradition, where soup became architecture, has vanished completely. You'd hear those street cries echoing through Philadelphia's market stalls, pepper pot, as black women like Flora Calville served steaming bowls for just 2 pennies. That tripe-thick stew, peppery and honest, fed hungry men from dawn till dusk. Campbell sold it from 1899 to 2010, and Warhol's painting of that very can fetched $12 million in 2006. Today's sanitized soups can't match that gritty street food soul when a few cents bought you a complete meal and a piece of living history. Those dumplings sinking into rich broth, that bite of whole peppercorns catching you off guard. That authentic tradition, born from African ingenuity on American cobblestones, has vanished completely. You'd smell that curry and ginger filling colonial drawing rooms as Tamil cooks watered down their pepper water because British officers demanded proper soup courses. Campbell's sold this Anglo-Indian hybrid from 1905 to 1934, that creamy lentil blend poured over mounded rice. By 1878, culinary writers already mourned it as a thing of the past. Today's fusion cuisine can't match that complicated legacy when two worlds collided in a single bowl, neither quite willing. Your mother serving it with a fake British accent, your sister laughing, "That's just milagu rasam, Amma." That bittersweet tradition, born from empire and adaptation, has vanished completely. You'd spend all morning peeling 50 chestnuts one by one, fingers burning as you rubbed away those dark inner skins after boiling. That velvety texture sliding down your throat, delicate and earthy, graced every great English country house throughout the 1850s to 1890s. 3 to 4 hours of simmering transformed those gnarly forest treasures into liquid elegance. Today's instant soups can't match that labor of love when children return from woodland walks with apron pockets bulging full. That subtle sweetness, that silky cream catching firelight in fine china bowls. Just like the carol promised, chestnuts did roast on open fires. That painstaking tradition, where a day's work bought minutes of refinement, has vanished completely. You'd smell those gizzards, hearts, and necks simmering 45 minutes before the turkey even touched the oven. Grandma, who survived the Depression, whispering, "We waste nothing here." That 1930s Christmas turkey cost a full week's wages, while today's runs just 2 hours of average pay. The Ladies' Home Journal featured this recipe in 1925, and it graced Truman's White House table in 1947. Today's jarred gravy can't match that deep, organ-rich complexity when every scrap carried Depression-era wisdom forward. You hated it as a kid, marveled at it as an adult, those chopped giblets adding texture your modern palate finally understood. That thrifty tradition, where turkey necks became liquid gold, has disappeared completely. You'd see that pristine white soup in crystal cups on the USS Nevada's Christmas menu in 1940. Sailors eating cream of celery with salted crackers just weeks before Pearl Harbor changed everything. That elegant simplicity. Butter and cream transforming humble celery stalks into something refined enough for formal dining and military mess halls alike. Today's bold flavors can't match that quiet dignity when restraint meant sophistication, not blandness. The White House served it, battleships served it, your grandmother served it in her best china before the roast turkey arrived. That modest tradition where celery became ceremony through nothing but patience and cream has vanished completely. You'd watch that ivory white soup arrive with cheese stars floating on top, the 1930s rich man's Christmas menu opener that separated families by what they could afford. Those imported almonds cost more than most folks earned in a day, ground fine with rice and cream into something almost sweet, definitely luxurious, served in delicate portions that whispered wealth. Today's egalitarian tables can't match that stark class divide when your soup course announced your station in life. That subtle, nearly floral flavor, too refined for modern palates demanding boldness over breeding. The poor man's menu down the street featured completely different fare. That divisive tradition, where Christmas dinner revealed who you were before you'd even spoken, has disappeared completely.
You'd watch those tails bubbling for 4 solid hours, gelatin slowly seeping from bones into wine-dark broth that coated your spoon like silk. Campbell's listed it among their 16 famous soups in 1936, back when butchers practically gave away what slaughterhouses considered scrap. Your grandmother separating precious meat from vertebrae, patience transforming poverty cuts into Christmas luxury. Today's trendy oxtail can't match that alchemy, when thyme was the only expensive ingredient required. Now celebrity chefs charge restaurant prices for what your family bought for pennies. Those same discarded tales suddenly fashionable and costly. That humble tradition, where hours of simmering turned trash into treasure, has vanished completely. You'd spoon through pearl barley swollen thick as porridge, that mutton-rich broth clinging to every grain like it meant to stay with you all winter long. Campbell's featured it among their famous soups in 1936. Those Scottish immigrant families had been ladling deep bowls every 1930s Christmas, preparing bellies for the feast ahead and the cold walk home after. Today's lean broths can't match that stick-to-your-ribs fortitude, when soup was insulation against December's bite. That strong mutton flavor Americans eventually rejected, too honest and gamey for modern sanitized tastes. Your ancestors called it food that stuck to the ribs for good reason. That hearty tradition, straight from Highland winters to American tables, has disappeared completely. You'd watch those clams sink into thick cream, bacon crumbles catching light on top. 1940s fishing families serving chowder on Christmas Eve because Catholic tradition forbade red meat before holy days. Campbell's listed it among their famous soups in 1936, but your family's secret recipe, passed down through coastal generations, sparked quiet competition at every holiday gathering. Today's year-round chowder can't match that sacred timing when this soup meant Christmas Eve specifically, not Tuesday lunch. Those hand-shucked clams, potatoes cut by someone's grandmother that very morning, cream so thick your spoon stood upright. That reverent tradition where chowder announced the vigil had begun has vanished completely. You'd see those perfectly diced spring vegetables floating in beef consommé, Campbell's slapping a French name, printanier, meaning spring-like, on their tin to court higher-brow customers. Last spotted in a 1934 advertisement, this soup promised Parisian elegance from your pantry shelf. Young carrots and peas suspended like jewels in amber broth meant for aspiring sophisticates. Today's honest labeling can't match that shameless pretension when Americans desperately wanted French refinement from American factories. That disconnect between the fancy name and the humble can, between aspiration and reality, finally became too obvious to sustain. The public saw through the affectation. That aspirational tradition, where canned soup wore continental airs, has vanished completely.
You'd watch that okra release its slippery thickness, northern kids making faces at Louisiana's gift to Campbell's 1936 famous soup lineup. That viscous texture divided the country clean in half. Southern families smiled knowingly, while Yankee relatives politely pushed it aside. Okra's slime becoming the ultimate regional loyalty test every Christmas gathering. Today's bland compromises can't match that bold geographical divide when one spoonful announced exactly where your people came from. That African-Caribbean heritage swimming in every bowl, rice swelling soft, filet powder adding its particular funk. You either understood gumbo in your bones, or you never would. That polarizing tradition, where texture told your entire story, has disappeared completely. You'd see that vibrant emerald thickness, almost like puree, studded with pink ham chunks salvaged from yesterday's feast. 1940s farm wives turning leftover Christmas ham bones into liquid gold through sheer resourcefulness. Those dried green peas sat in every Depression-era pantry, insurance against hunger, transformed through hours of patient simmering into something genuinely delicious, not just frugal. Today's waste culture can't match that waste not, want not wisdom when ham bones became foundations for entirely new meals. That smoky sweet combination, peas breaking down into velvet, proving leftovers could surpass their origins. Your grandmother's quiet pride serving second-day soup that tasted better than the first. That thrifty tradition where nothing precious ever went to waste has vanished completely. You'd watch your 1950s mother triumphantly open that can of asparagus in December, serving spring vegetables at Christmas like some kind of modern magician conquering the seasons themselves. That pale green cream, delicate and velvety, proved technology had freed housewives from nature's calendar. Canned goods meant sophistication, not compromise, back when out of season actually meant something. Today's year-round asparagus can't match that victory over winter, when serving this soup announced you'd embraced progress. That metallic tang nobody mentioned, that slightly mushy texture everyone pretended was perfect, because the miracle wasn't taste, it was defying seasons entirely. That triumphant tradition where cans represented human achievement over nature has disappeared completely.
You'd watch Grandma peeling those gnarly, dirt-caked roots. Parsnips and celeriacs so ugly your 1950s generation couldn't identify them at the market. Yet she'd transform them into golden cream, studded with bacon and thyme. On chilly nights, we fill the pot with parsnips, she'd say. Wielding vegetables your friends had never even seen. Winter treasures considered essential by her generation. Today's perfect produce can't match that ugly root wisdom, when grandmothers knew which twisted, homely vegetables survived frost and rewarded patience. Those sweet, earthy flavors modern palates abandoned for normal carrots and potatoes, dismissing centuries of cold weather knowledge as old-fashioned peculiarity. That hard-won tradition, where ugly meant delicious and winter had its own vegetables, has vanished completely. You'd watch those black grains burst open in cream. Minnesota families preparing their Christmas Eve ritual the day before. Where wild rice grows in abundance. Virginia Munt Market wrote, "This soup graced her table for years." That distinctive chewiness, nutty and dark, made ordinary chicken soup into something regional and sacred. Ingredients cooked separately, then united for the vigil meal. Today's expensive wild rice can't match that humble abundance when Minnesota harvests made this luxury cheap enough for weekly tables, not just special occasions. What your family served casually now costs restaurant prices, that same abundance becoming scarcity and prestige. That regional tradition, where local plenty created Christmas rituals, has disappeared completely.
You'd smell that pub-like richness, beer and sharp cheddar melting into golden comfort. 1970s families trying retro recipes that felt simultaneously old-fashioned and daringly modern. That heavy, stick-to-your-ribs thickness, mustard cutting through cream, German American heritage in every spoonful, marketed as hearty and masculine. Today's light cuisine can't match that unapologetically heaviness when calories didn't count and comfort meant substance you could feel. That bear hug warmth the health-conscious world decided was too much, too rich, too everything. That indulgent tradition has vanished completely. You'd hear Barbara Brown's Wisconsin children begging for that spirit-warming ground beef soup at every family gathering, served alongside fresh bread and tall milk glasses throughout the 1950s and 70s. Campbell's called it one of their famous 1936 soups: carrots, potatoes, green beans swimming with tomatoes and beef chunks. Today's everyday canned soup can't match that Christmas-specific magic, when this particular recipe meant family reunion, not Tuesday lunch. Those children requesting it by name, creating food memories that lasted lifetimes. That beloved tradition has disappeared completely.
You'd smell that thick green fog emerging from Pamela Chambers' South Carolina slow cooker. When I have leftover ham, I always make this soup. Just throw it in, turn it on, dinner's done. That post-Christmas ritual, bone and all, transforming into emerald comfort while you went about your day. Today's boneless hams can't match that essential marrow-rich foundation when the bone itself was half the flavor. That second life Christmas ham deserved, split peas clinging to pink meat islands. That resourceful tradition has vanished completely. You'd watch those golden noodles float in healing broth, mothers serving Jewish penicillin to sick children throughout Campbell's 1936 famous soup era, medicine that crossed every cultural line during Christmas cold season. That steam rising, carrying comfort your mother swore could cure anything from sniffles to heartbreak. Today's year-round availability can't match that Christmas-specific healing, when being sick during the holidays meant this exact soup, this exact can. The one survivor that never disappeared but lost its sacred December timing. That medicinal tradition has vanished completely.
You'd smell whole wheat berries simmering overnight in milk, Victorian kitchens maintaining medieval tradition, cinnamon, saffron, egg yolks, transforming grain into something almost mystical. English Heritage notes this among Victorian Christmas favorites, a dish carrying literal centuries of Christmas mornings in every spoonful, communal stirring bringing families together. Today's instant oatmeal can't match that 1,000-year lineage when Christmas breakfast connected you directly to ancestors in castles and cottages alike. That ancient tradition, oldest of all these soups, has vanished completely.